Hello, metal guitar players out there. You've probably heard about solo guitars from Ola Englund, Ola Englund's own guitar range. These are guitars ranging from I think about 600 to about 1400 depending on the line. I already just checked out the, don't ask me what it's called, something blue, really beautiful quilt maple top guitar from the higher range with a Evertune bridge and all this. If you want to see that, please watch that other video. There's also a little bit more background information that I could give you based on what I know, which isn't a lot, about those guitars. But I have two others in a lower price range, clocking in at $7.99 instead of $12.99. And we're gonna take a look at the next one now. I can't tell you which one it is because I don't know which one I'm opening. This box is kind of hilarious. I don't quite know how Thomann did it, because it literally has a little bit of a wing there. I don't know how they did that box. It's pretty funny. I don't know how to open that box with that wing. Ah, they actually customized it. Interesting. I'm gonna hurt myself. And they had to do it because the solar box is rather pointy. You can already tell that this is not a Strat style shape, because it's just way too big for that. She said, "Ha!" So something I want to point out positively is inside the solar box is actually a second box. So they're double boxing just to really make sure those guitars arrive intact. So I was all ready to bitch about the gig bag not being included. And here's a gig bag. Now I'm very confused how the S-typey thing, 1.6E, for $1,300 does not include a gig bag, but the one for $7.99 includes one. I was ready to really rip Solar Guitars a new one, saying that if you're fucking ordering a V-type guitar, what are you gonna transport that in without a gig bag? You have to buy the damn gig bag for $79. I was ready to really get pissy about that, which I now cannot do because here's the V-type gig bag with a big ass Solar logo on it. It's padded, has 1, 2 thingies, has one strap. There's probably a second one. No, has one. You can put that up there. So that works. So now I'm confused why they do this at the lower range when the higher range doesn't have a gig bag. Because this is how I want to unbox a guitar. This is amazing. This is great. This is way more fun. This is FUN, you know. There's even like rubber feet here. Whoa, this is a nicely molded. Look at this. There's a styrofoam block in here shaped like a V. There's a strap. Gig bag is nicely padded. So that presentation is already a lot more. I'm scared. I don't want to put it on the floor because this is how you end up with, you know, hurting your V. So I always say, which is why I don't have a single V or Explorer, these guitars are great for on stage to look the part. To actually play them at home, go to the practice room, especially if you have a Dean Dimebag thing with these really long and everything big, you're gonna end up having these pointy things broken off or dented or paint chipped or something, because they're not practical guitars. Now with the gig bag, it is more practical. The case for this would be impractical. So I like the gig bag because it actually doesn't make it an awful lot bigger. Push-pull. I'm not going to take this off even though I want to, because I want to keep it in A stock shape, because these are not my guitars. I'm sending them back to Thomann. Whoa, this is cool shit. Look at this. Look right here. It's asymmetrical. Thank you, Leslie. It's asymmetrical. That's the top. So you have more access right here. I mean, on a V you have access anyway, but that is cool. It is a smaller V. Like not a capital V, it's a smaller V. And I have to say that I love the shape. I mean, I'm not a V guy, but this is the tiniest bit slanted. This is big time slanted. It's sexy. And I'm not a V guy. But I love the shape of this guitar. I probably would like it in white. I was going to say I would like it in white more. Of course, for me, this is still very strange because... Okay, the position for the pickup switch is in between the two knobs. In between the two knobs. This, I think they do come, let me check, in the higher price range if you wanted that. I think all of them come in the higher price range. The website loads. With the Evertune option and so on and so on. But we don't have that here. Same locking tune and same tuner from Grover, not non-locking. We have a stop tail kind of thing with string through body. Also NYXL loaded, which is awesome. $7.99 for the guitar. It's NYXL loaded. We have push-pull. I'm going to go for single coil. The other guitar had a 5-blade switch. This has 3. That's why we have that extra. No inlays other than the Solar logo, which is really cool. I like that. So now I have to find out. I love this. Fender jack plate right here in the back. Because one thing why I would never want to play a V is when you have the cable sticking out right like this. That's just stupid. Or the cable like this, or like this. I mean, this is the way to do it. Freaking Fender jack plate. It's not expensive. Make it in black and it's gone. And now it just disappears. Oh, you can't do that. Excuse me, metal people. I'm not a V guy. So we have maple neck on this thing. Let me go to the website here. Carbon matte is the color. I have no idea how well that shows up. Type V, no headstock binding, carbon matte, Grover 1801 tuners, the Daria NYXL 9s are on there. Maple with a C shape, graphite nut, engraved Solar logo, ebony fretboard, mahogany body, Duncan Solar neck, Duncan Solar bridge, blah 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 blah. Gig bag included. Fingerboard radius of the R350. I have no idea what that means. So we're gonna go straight into the Dynamis with a little bit of reverb on it to check out the clean sound. Well, the other one came right out of the bag, fully tuned. This doesn't. The other one, of course, has the Evertune bridge, where you can't really tune it, it's just always tuned. Or this one just comes in a drop D. It tunes fast, so tuners are fine. We have a cool Truss Rod cover with an engraved Solar logo. Personally, modern guitars for me should all have a spoke wheel right here for the Truss Rod adjustment. It's a dual action Truss Rod, by the way. I kind of think this is just the way to go. And it's really not much more expensive at all. But that's just me. So, let's start. Somehow, you have to position yourself, get it right on your junk. strap for this because it's uncomfortable sitting down with it. You need to strap this on. Ow! But that's just, you know this going in when you're buying a V. You know you need a strap. You know it's not an ergonomic guitar. I do feel damn sexy with it, though. I feel very like this. This shirt, this guitar. Well, let's start with the Engl then. Engl Metal Master, which is that little thing over there. Clocks in at roughly the same price as the guitar, so that might actually be a very good match. Neat. Let's go to the Revv Generator 100p. Not quite in tune. Minor, that's where I am. What am I? No. Yes, I am. Okay, moving on to another amp. Here's an orange Rockerverb 50. Moving on to an Engl Dietzel Powell. still not there. Man, Fred's fresh out of the bag. Come on. This. I'm sorry, I'm just not used to it. Let's do Friedman Smallbox. Not the stuff you play like this. Something like this, and then I don't know, and now I'm gonna get a lot of hate. Something like this. Go back to the Revv, very modern metal sound. So, are you gonna play this clean? You can. It's got some nice clean sounds. Let's do one more thing. Let's take the Revv and let's go into the room. I have two Lewitt mics set up there, stereo mics, LCT 340s, I think. Let's see what it sounds like for you in the room. Going through the coffee caps latte back there, that blue thing. What do I know? But that sounded pretty damn phenomenal, if you ask me. That was fun. I could do that all day, probably with a strap. I love the shape. It doesn't have a belly carve. These corners are pretty edgy. The edges are pretty edgy. Could have been nice to roll these off a little bit, because it kind of feels like this is just a tabletop, and then the shaping starts here. Maybe a little bit more of a shaping here, for no reason other than that I want it. Okay, $7.99. What can I say? It's a metal axe. It's flat black. It's carbon matte. It's reduced to what it needs to be. It's a metal monster. You're gonna play jazz with that? No. You're probably gonna play your clean intro for a little bit, and then, no, we're done. And then the vocalist goes, and then you do your thing atonally. But that's fine. That's fine. That's what metal is. And this thing will absolutely scare the living shit out of little kids in the audience. It's pointy, but not too pointy. It comes in a good gig bag. If you're into metal, this is definitely a guitar you should take a look at if you're into Vs, because it's actually a V that I could learn to like, because the shape is cool with these little, whatever you call them. Yep. Can't find too much wrong. Locking tuners would have been nice. Yeah. A volute might have been nice to prevent next headstock breakage. Of course, we have no data on how many solar guitars have broken headstocks because they haven't been out a lot, so probably none. Cool axe. What else can I say? $6.99, no, $7.99. Are there other options in that price range? Don't know. When the game starts, this thing delivers. Links below, and all that other stuff, animals at the end.